Okay, so what we did here before we start doing the cement board, I'm going to show you how I kind of figured to do this curb where I have my lines on the floor already. Basically what you need to do is you want to put the curb so that it's going to end on this side where this sheetrock is. So that's a 1/2 inch past the stud, and it'll be the same thing on this side, another 1/2 inch. So basically when it's all said and done, we're going to end up having about a 4.5 inch curb. You can see that it'll be a 1/2 inch farther on this side. But what we're gonna do is, that's where I made my mark right there. That's the 1/2 inch mark, and then this was the 1/2 inch mark here. So now how that will work is when that curb feeds into this wall, the tile will have a smooth transition to go right past it, so that we don't have any in or out spot right here. It's just going to be a nice smooth transition. So the tile will come right across the curb onto this wall nicely. Same thing on this side. To get the biggest opening that we possibly could here, we figured out the homeowner wanted this to be almost the same distance from what this back, how this is for the width here. They wanted it to be square, so we came out the same distance over here. So that's where I came up with my starting point. And basically this wall is the outside wall, so I depended on this to be a pretty square, so I put my L square along this wall right there, and then I drew my line. And that's how I got that line right there. And so I cut that across from there. Then I just measured right here the 4.5 inches that we talked about. And I did the same thing down here, the 4.5 inches. I made my mark, and then we obviously drew this line. So that's how wide the curb is right there. Well, they really don't have much choice here on how we're going to end this, because this window comes into play too for me on where my tile is going to end here and where the glass block is going to end. We can't have it going into the window, so we're really at the mercy of this window here, and this is why I decided this is where we're going to end it. So we're coming out the 3 glass block tile, and so I just drew a mark right here. And you can kind of see I already had it there, so this is all really drawn on the floor already. And then I just measured out from the wall where that mark was. I transferred it to right here on this line. So here's the mark right here. And then we came the 1/2 inch over here, if you remember that. And so that still stays into play. Then I just extended a chalk line. Okay, then I just took a chalk line from that mark to this mark, extended it right there, and I snapped it. And here, I'm just going to give you a little pointer here. If you're by yourself and you need to snap a chalk line, you can just do it with your lips. just a little quick pointer. And then what I did from there is I measured out the 4.5 inches on both sides. And I made my marks. So you can see the line's already there, but that's how I got them. I just want you to see how I did this. And then again, if you don't have anyone to snap with you, just grab it with your lips and give it a smack, a kiss. Okay,